certainly don't remember walking. Excuse me. Oh, kill me now. That does not look safe. Just moss everywhere. There is no way around this, I don't think. That is both cute and tragic at the same time. This is not the kind of place you want to be hanging around at night, is it? Oh. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Lovely to have you here. And welcome back to Keswick. Now, if you cast your mind back to the Wander Through Keswick video I did last year, can you believe it? I said that you can do a full circuit around Derwent Water. That is what we're going to do today. So once again, I've parked at the theatre by the lake, about 15 miles away from anywhere else. So yeah, this should all look pretty familiar to you as we head down towards the lake shore. Cool, there's an icy blast coming straight down here from the lake, and already I'm wondering, have I got enough layers with me? I don't know. Oops. It's another weird day today, overcast, bit gloomy. That's the reason why I'm not up on the high fells, because as I said in that previous video, I'm waiting for the tops to be clear because, well, they need to be clear. But that's okay, this is a fantastic walk. Honestly, it's so good. There's so much to it. There's obviously loads of beauty, loads of scenery, and plenty of food and drink as well. As I mentioned in that previous video, what you can do if you want to cut this walk down, because it's about 14.5 kilometres, around about 9 miles, is you can jump on one of the launches, you know, from the various stages around the lake. What a view, honestly, and it's like this all the way around this route. Just incredible view. So I have brought my camera today, thankfully. Right, let's get on with the walk. Let's go a bit further down here. So, I mean, you can imagine how busy it gets down here in the summer. It's lovely. And I was originally thinking of starting the walk further down the lake and actually doing it anti-clockwise for a number of reasons. Well, the main reason was to finish near a pub, near Marymount actually. But in the end I thought, I might as well do it the proper way around, you know, the way that most people are likely to do it. This is nice, isn't it? It's blossom. It's getting to that time of year where the blossoms are coming out, and the time of the year when the wind just blows all the flowers off. It always seems to happen when the blossom trees are looking the best. We always get these outrageous storms. Every time I walk down here, it seems that Friar's Crag gets closer. It's weird, it's taken less than 5 minutes to get here this time. In my mind's eye, it's always about 10 or 15 minutes. Maybe it was 10 or 15 minutes, I don't know. But it's lovely, really lovely. And again, this time of year, it looks very different to what it does in those summer months. Oh, it's so cold. My hands are freezing. I think pound for pound, easily one of the best views in the Lake District in terms of effort, you know. It's absolutely stunning, breathtaking. I'm looking right down into the jaws of Borrowdale now. You can see Castle Crag there in the middle. We've got Cat Bells just here, Causey Pike, Grisdale Pike. Honestly, it's amazing. I love all these routes and the sound of the water as well. Definitely a highlight of this walk, and we're only, like I said, 5 minutes in. Incredible. Lovely, isn't it? And I don't want to leave. It's absolutely beautiful here, but leave I must, because I think my hands are about to fall off. They're so cold. It's icy wind coming down off the lake there. So let's push on, get some heat generated, and have a look at what else we can see around this lake. So far, this, if you've seen the Keswick video already, will be very familiar to you because I've done nothing different yet. That is about to change because, well, first of all, the water isn't as high. If you cast your mind back to that one, the water was really high and I had to break off just here and go up over the grass there and then continue that way. But today, I can actually get around. But you can see it's been right up here. And indeed, this is exactly where it was in that last video. All I can hear, and I don't know if it's coming out on the microphone, is this cacophony of geese over there somewhere. I think I can see them. Maybe in the water, I don't know. Flipping out, they're noisy. I tell you what, it's not very often you see it around here without anybody around. I've not seen anybody. I've not seen a dog walker, I've not seen a runner, I've not seen any tourists. Nothing. Just a whole bunch of geese and a few other boys. Lovely. So we've got Skidder over there now. Totally clear top, which I'm a little bit annoyed about. In fact, all the tops are clear. That is a little bit irritating because I should be doing that high walk today. Damn it! I'll be out soon. And we've got a wall of crag here, just behind these trees. Hope you can see that. And that amazing petrified tree from the previous video there. So we're getting to the point now where I branched off and went back into, well, heading up towards Castle Rig Stone Circle. So from here on in, it's all new territory. I mean, even dead trees are beautiful in the Lake District. It's like a piece of art, isn't it? Right, let's get on. I'm not going to talk for a little bit. Give it a few minutes of, you know, give your ears a rest. Just enjoy the views. These duck boards are fantastic. I don't think I ever came down here before these were made. I don't think I did. I certainly don't remember walking. Excuse me. There's all these wrens making a right racket. Lovely. A world without birds would be a very dull world indeed, wouldn't it? Right, so off the duck boards and we're heading around to the right here. Try and get back down to the lake shore again. And we've got the lake back again. And of course that glorious view. Not a bad place to have your daily morning run, is it? With that view. got light on the fells. It's very, very faint, hazy light, but still. Okay, this is Calf Close Bay, and very similar view to Friars Crag, isn't it? With the Scots Pines, and we've got the bench here. This is the Millennium Bench. Very similar indeed in terms of view. And over there, in a minute, we'll go and have a look at it, is the 100-year stone, or the Centennial Stone. Somewhere. Hopefully not in the water. Because sometimes when the water's high, you can't get to it. But we should be alright today. Okay, as promised, here is the 100-year stone. And this commemorates 100 years of the National Trust. Wow, I could just sit and listen to that for hours. Mesmerising. You know, in about the space of 10 minutes, the weather seems to have changed a little bit. And it pleases me to tell you that actually the tops of the mountains are cut off. So I am right to be here today and not up somewhere high, not getting any views. So right behind Castle Crag is actually Scafell Pike in the cloud. What do you think of it so far? It's not bad, is it? It's not a bad place to walk, and like I said earlier on, this is not looking at its best at all because of all the, you know, lack of leaves and carnage from various storms and stuff washed up on the shore, as you saw back there. Still beautiful though. Whew. And you know, if you are liking it, please hit the like button, because that makes a huge difference, you know, to the videos. It just means the videos reach more people, and that then obviously helps this channel and helps me to get out and keep making these videos. So thank you very much. I'm just looking up towards Waller Crag. Remember that video? That was such a good day. Went up, is it Catgill? Yeah, I think Catgill's there. I think I might have to go and redo all the hiking away rights again. Do like a season, no, not season 2, like series 2, revisiting them all. That said, I haven't even finished the first series yet. Got quite a long way to go. As you know, if you are following along, you know, I'm in season 4 at the moment, halfway through. Got another 7 episodes there, 7 more walks, and then on to the Northern Fells, Northwestern Fells, and then finally the Western Fells. So yeah, long way to go, 3.5 seasons left. I'm loving every single minute filming them. Honestly, it's definitely the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. I think there are a few of you who are watching who think that I'm getting a bit bored of doing them and I don't want to do them and I want to move on to other things. That's so not true. I absolutely love the Hiking Away and Right series, and I'll be very, very sad when it's over. That's kind of why I'm eking it out as long as possible. So we're not a million miles away from Barrow Bay now, and Barrow Bay is the Ashness jetty, where you can get the boat from, and that's a very popular spot with photographers, has been for a very long time. And from there you can actually walk up to Ashness Bridge, which is where I was on the let me think about that one. I think it was actually the Waller Crag video I did. Up onto Bleabury Fell and then over and then down to Ashness. I think it's like a lifetime ago. So this is Catgill. This is the one that flows betwixt Waller Crag and Falcon Crag, which is where I walked that time in that video. I thought that was a snake. It actually looks like a snake. Okay, this is probably I'd say the dodgiest section of this walk. When the water's low, you can actually just walk around the edge of these rocks here, but when it's high like it is today, we're going to have to go up here and go along like a bit of a precarious path. It's not too bad. I just remember doing it a few years ago with a couple that weren't very confident at all doing this sort of thing, and they struggled a bit, but it's very straightforward. So what you can do is you can actually just walk along the edge of the road here, which is probably your safest bet, but I'm going to drop down here because it's much more interesting along this bit. Just need to be careful of these roots. You know what I'm like with roots. Roots, bloody roots. Okay, getting to the end of that section now. We just drop down onto the shore. Such a lovely little path, and to be honest with you, I kind of said that it'd be safer going along the road. I don't know as it would actually, because some of the way some of the people drive down there is yeah, kind of scary. Let's get through this undergrowth. It's quite tricky through here in terms of, you know, getting stabbed in the eye. So let's go. Okay, here we are at the jetty. I would not want to be getting on that at all. And as you can see, it's not just tilted and smashed apart, but it looks like it's been lifted, because I'm pretty sure normally it's flush with this concrete. Yeah, this is a real staple in Lake District photography. The amount of photographs that have been taken of this jetty is absolutely astronomical. And I totally get why people want to come here and get those shots. You know, on a really calm day, you get the jetty, long exposure, you get that beautiful smooth water. A couple of oyster catchers over there, look, just flown past. And then obviously cat bells and Drysdale pike in the background. Wonderful. But not today. You can see it's very choppy, and it's the wrong time of day as well. Everything's wrong, and the jetty's kaput. Still looks pretty good though. I kind of like it. I like it like that. Maybe from this angle would be an interesting shot. But yeah, like I said earlier on, what you can do is, if you get tired at this point, you can just ordinarily, not now, but you can ordinarily jump on a launch and crisscross your way over the lake and then back to Keswick. It's pretty handy for that if you know, get cream crackered from walking around. It's when you get round to Portinscale, that's when it gets a little bit, oh, kill me now. It's that last trudge back into Keswick. At that point, you've got the pull of a pint or a glass of wine or a pie or all of them. Eyes have gone. Eyes have gone. So just down from Ashness Bridge is this little place here. I don't know whether it's a tea room or whether it's like a pop-up tea room, but there's normally something there, like a, I don't know what the hell it is, like a pop-up tea room or an ice cream thingy-majiggy. But you can get brews and ice creams from there. That's what I'm trying to say, honestly. I think there's always a section on a walk that you end up enjoying the least. It's always the bit you think, oh, I didn't really like that bit. And for me, it's this next section. It just looks ugly and it's a bit boring. Still got amazing views though, out towards Skidder. Hey, that light's looking good. Wow. So you're looking back towards Friars Crag there. I don't know where I'm pointing. Where am I pointing? Around there. Friars Crag is there. Wow. And Wall of Crag's looking particularly nice at the moment. And again, in this camera, looks tiny. Imagine it right up here. That's what it looks like in real life. Look at that tree. It's cloven in two. And that one completely snapped. Okay, it was actually this section that I don't like. As you can see, it just looks so... Ugh. Oh dear. What am I going to do here then? I have to go across this really well-made bridge. That does not look safe at all, does it? Look at this thing. Oh, that's definitely going to snap, isn't it? It's definitely going to snap under my weight. Jump to there. Whoa. Just me being dramatic again. Woo. Yeah, I don't remember if there was a bridge there once upon a time. I don't know. I can't remember that bit at all. I certainly don't remember it being like this. And having to get across makeshift bridges. Look at that. Honestly, was that even worth it? I've been followed. You know, I was too busy pointing out Castle Crag to you before that I forgot to mention one of my favourite of all hills, King's How, just there. I won't see that again now until we get round to the other side of the lake. Well, down to the floorboards. I was going to say the floorboards. The duck boards on the other side there. That's when we'll get a nice view back up towards King's How. Welcome to Kettlewell. Not the Kettlewell in Yorkshire. This is ours. I was actually thinking of parking here this morning, and I thought, nah, it's just going to be rammed full of camper vans, because normally it is, you know, it's like a campsite here really, and there's no one here. And this is new. So the last time I came here, and I did come here with the camper van, this wasn't here. I kind of get why they've done it, because, as I said, it is like a campsite here, or it used to be. I guess, as per that last video where I mentioned the mountain bikers, the minority that have ruined it for the vast majority, that's probably what's happened here as well. You've probably got a very small handful of people that have been selfish and ruined it for everybody else, because, yeah, you know, you can't sleep here now. The problem I find here in the Lake District is, and it might be the same elsewhere, I don't know, but if you wanted to stay in a campsite, for example, because I'd love to stay in campsites in the van, you have to stay for a minimum of 2 nights. And that's no good if you're doing a little bit of a road trip. You want to just stop one night and move on to the next place, you know. So this is why people come and sleep in car parks like this or by the side of the road, that kind of stuff, because, you know, 2 night minimum, it's no good. So I think until they change that, people are going to continue to stay in car parks, if they can, if there's no yellow barrier, or in lay-bys on the side of the road, that kind of stuff. Go on campsites, allow people to stay for 1 night only, and then roll off in the morning, carry on with the road trips. It's a good job I didn't come and try and park here, because I don't think I would have got under that. Anyway, let's get across the road. We're going to get into these woods now and head towards Mary Mount, where I was considering maybe getting a pint, but I think it's a bit early. And I need to push on because parking's running out. Just moss everywhere. Oh, I can smell food. That's a problem. I'm quite hungry now. But I'm going to push on. I have somewhere in mind. I hope I can make it. It's this section here that ordinarily you can feel a straight. In fact, I just felt it then actually. It's cooler down here. How very weird. Okay, coming up to Mary Mount Hotel here. Now, I've been here a couple of times, I do believe, at the end of a Hiking the Wainwrights video. It's quite nice, and it would have been nice to have had a pint, but yeah, I want to push on because I'm thinking about my stomach now. There we go, recognise it. But onwards, get past Lodore Falls. So Lodore Falls is here. You might be able to hear it, I don't know. And then you've got the Lodore Falls monstrosity of a hotel right there. Lord, get me out of here quick. Oh, it's horrible. God, they just seem to be working on that all the time. They're building some new module to it. It's a right eyesore, like I said, monstrosity. We're going to be off this road in a minute. Let's get around this truck. And then we're going to go over the Chinese bridge. So you can see where we're going now. Cutting off here across what they call the Chinese bridge onto the duck boards. I can't say the word duck boards. And then back round in a northerly direction. Let's just get off this flipping road. So I can leave it open, I'm going through there, yeah, thanks. Cheers.
No worries.
Oh, it's one of those. Now then, minor problem ahead in that it's looking quite flooded and I've only got my shoes on. Now, these shoes are waterproof, or shall I say, they were waterproof. Oh, I think we might be all right. It's just around the toes they've started to split. There is no way around this, I don't think. Nothing for it but wet feet. Let's do it. So had the shoes not split, this would have been fine. And you know, that is my only complaint about Innovate. I do like them as a shoe. They are comfy. However, the durability is not great. I mean, the squeaky boots from the previous walk, which is not obviously not these, They're Innovate as well. They're the Innovate Rock-Lite 400 on the boot ones that I got, the black ones, that look very good, and they are very comfortable to start with. They deteriorate very quickly, so that's why I've not done a review on them. Maybe I should, I don't know. I mean, that's not, if I don't do a review on something doesn't mean that it's rubbish, because I haven't done a review on these Revolution Race trousers, which I think are the best thing since sliced bread. The best trousers I've ever worn. I wear them all the time. If I could, I'd wear them in bed. So yeah, maybe I will do a review of those. It's knowing where to put them. I think what I might do is set up a separate, I'm kind of going off on a total different tangent now, aren't I? I'm sorry. But what I might do is set up a separate channel purely for reviews. Then if you're interested in my reviews, you can just follow that. Right, we've got King's How back, and we've lost Castle Crag. Castle Crag just around the corner there, but we have King's How, which is much more important. And look at the view behind, isn't it wonderful? These are all very big popular spots with rock climbers.
Very good path, that.
Every time I think of the walk around Derwent, I always think of this bit with the duck boards. You know, as beautiful as it is, and it really is, I think I'm about ready for summer. How about you? Anybody else ready for summer now? Just looking forward to those long days up in the fells. You know, you've got your butties and no rushing. Just lie down, have a bit of a kip. I love that. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourite things of all time. Come on, summer, hurry up. And it's so brief, isn't it, in this country? It's so brief. I'm moaning again. Look at the view, though. Wow. So yeah, as I said, I think King's How is definitely right up there with one of my favourites. Probably, in fact, not probably, definitely in the top 5. King's How and Brundfell, you know, that whole lump, really. If you've not seen that video, go and check it out after this one. Don't go yet. Look at it. Oh. I remember this petrified tree here. This is a good shot opportunity if you had the right conditions. I remember seeing this a few years ago. So you've got the tree and you've got Castle Crag and Castle Crag in the background. I cannot talk today. It looks better in real life than it does in this camera though. I just love these little sections of duck boards. So we've now reached the halfway point-ish, and we're starting to head back in a northerly direction, heading towards Keswick, or Portinscale first. If you go off that direction, you get to Grange. You might be able to see the rooftops there, probably not on this. And then, as you can see, we're heading back up the lake. That's lovely. That is a lovely, lovely view of Skidder and this brush here. I don't know what the hell this is. And the silver birch. Silver birch? I think it's silver birch. Even though we're further away from Keswick on this side, the paths are much better, much quicker to get along than they are on the other side, as you saw there. It's lovely though, isn't it? And I think there are red squirrels in here. Will I see one? Will I buggery? Not with these eyes. That's lovely. Fat boy gate. Haha. This is the world-famous Teddy in the Window. Unwittingly abandoned on the shore of Derwent decades ago, he now sits in his plastic bag in this shed window waiting to be reunited with his owner one day. That day still hasn't come, but as you can see, Teddy gets postcards and letters from all over the world. That is both cute and tragic at the same time. The thing that stood out to me more than anything else though, I don't know if you noticed it, was the amount of cobwebs around it. Can you imagine the size of and the quantity of the eight-legged freaks in that shed? Oof. Hell. Look at all the gorse. If that's not uplifting, I don't know what is. That is a sign that spring is literally around the corner. I love it. Yeah, this is another one of those sections that I think about and think, oof, I don't really like it. I don't know what it is about it. Again, it just looks a bit like you're on a building site. Although there aren't many building sites with views like that, are there? Do you see what I mean? It's just a bit... And I guess, you know, this is just erosion over the years, but it just looks a bit messy. A little bit shabby. Okay, here's another one of the launch stages. Let's get down it. Now, I have a feeling the last time I was here, this one was a bit dilapidated and you couldn't go down it. Nice little picnic spot there, look, with the trees. Lovely. Hello, dog. Some canoes going out there now. Oh, it'll be a choppy day out there. Yes, you are seeing a giant pair of hands on the side of this mud bank here, and this sculpture is called In Trust, and it's another one of the National Trust kind of, you know, commemorative sculptures. They were not over there. They were originally here. What's happened is the water's got so high and it's got so badly flooded around here that it's just lifted up and then just shoved it there. And what's weird is the fact that no one's come to fix it and put it back to where it was. So you can see where it was here, look, on these stones here. There's the plaque. I got no idea what that says. Celebrating 100 years of the National Trust. So yes, it was probably put in place at the same time as the 100-year stone. So this is Victoria Bay, And it's lovely, isn't it? Really, really beautiful. Another landing stage here. So you can imagine this in autumn. This overhanging here, all the orange and yellow leaves. That'll be stunning. See all the little ant people making their way up to cat bells. This is cat bells here. They're all just on the way up. Lucky them. You know, midweek and it's still fairly busy up there. And I just figured what those canoeists are. It's the, and I'm not going to say it, I can't say it again because it's a word that will be blocked by YouTube, but I'll put it on the screen now. And it's where kids go for school trips and that kind of stuff, outward bounds. I think my school went there quite a few times. I was never allowed to go, can you believe that? Ridiculous, isn't it? Not because I was a naughty boy by teachers. My parents wouldn't let me go. Maybe they thought the outdoors was a waste of time and nobody could ever make a living from it. Hey, look at that. First proper view of Blencathra. And guess what? Cloud base is up. Right, the next walk is going to be the next one, the hiking the Wainwrights. We're getting up there, I don't care. Even if it is clagged in for whatever reason, we're doing it. Because I'm sick of this. I'm sick of getting out on these low-level walks and then seeing all the flipping summits clear. Yeah, here's that place I can't name. Well, it's actually a bit, well, I think it's there actually. I think that's the building. But this is obviously where they launch into the water. And see that squiggly tree there? We'll get around the other side of that and you'll see what the shot is that a lot of people get. More roots. Bloody roots. Yeah, this tree here, look. It's nice, isn't it? It's a nice little path. There we go. So I guess, you know, choose your composition, choose your angle. It's a shame that these trees here are a little bit kind of encroaching on it a little bit. But I suppose you could move like that and get down with the right lens and the right light and the right conditions, the right everything. That's cute. So you got all the kids who just come out the canoes there. They're all heading off with all the very brightly coloured paraphernalia up to the building. Probably going to get their lunch. Don't blame them. Oh, that wind's back. That might be it. That would make a fine home, wouldn't it? Wow, love that. So the canoes. That's a hell of a tree. That is absolutely massive. Okay, so if you're walking in from Keswick and you're doing cat bells, this is the way you go up from here. There you go, look. Cat bells, 10-minute walk. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, it suddenly got really dark. And it's all these rhododendrons, I think they are, aren't they? Which will look lovely around about May, June time with the flowers, but yeah, really dark. And I think they pretty much kill off anything else. Look at it, look how dark it is. So let me know in the comments if you were one of the lucky sausages that ended up going to that place that I can't say. for like an outward bounds weekend or week or something at school or scouts or guides or whatever, you know, let me know in the comments. It's kind of make me feel jealous. It has to be said, this section as well is a little bit trudulicious. From the outdoor centre to Lingham really is a bit and I think it's probably to do with the fact that every time I do this walk I do it in this direction, in a clockwise, you know, direction, and it's around about this point that I'm thinking, oh, I need food, I'm hungry. However, I don't know if you've clocked them, but I think there are a few herdies in this field, so that might take away the boredom. It's been a while, but hey, herdie.
I love those. I really do love those hollivers. I think they're...
Yeah, I forgot to mention that this is actually a section of the Cumbria Way. So the whole west shore of Derwent Water, I think, is the Cumbria Way, or part of it, you know. And if you're interested, I will film the Cumbria Way one day. Well, it won't be one day, but you know, over a course of a few days. If you're interested, I think that'll be quite an interesting video. It's certainly something I'd like to do, but I'll only do it if you guys want to see that. Okay, who wants to see some alpacas? I think this is Alpacally Ever After. And I think you can actually take them out for walks. I said walk and that one looked up. Okay, I'm happy to report that we're not far at all from Lingham Estate, which is, as you well know, food time. Okie dokie, so once I've stuffed my face, I'll be heading back down that path there towards Keswick. But first, got some serious business to do. It's cute, isn't it? Oh boy, that burger was good. Wow. And if I've got any of it in my beard, I do apologise. It was a bit tricky to eat, as burgers normally are. Anyway, satiated now, might be a little bit giddy, as I always am after a bit of food, but I'll try to keep my mouth shut. Anyway, let's get on back to that path I was talking about before, ages ago. Feels like ages ago. And then head in the direction of Portinscale and then on to Keswick. I've got about an hour to get there because parking is running out. I think, well, I put 5 hours on this morning and I think that's probably a little bit, well, cutting it a bit fine. So let's get back before I get a flipping parking fine. Okay, so I came in that way before, through that gate, and back along here. That house is both cute and hellish creepy. Speaking of creepy, this is not the kind of place you want to be hanging around at night, is it? Interesting looking van there. Thomas Heaton van, is it? It could be. I think this is in better condition than that, I think. That's not a bad view, is it? Not bad at all. That bridge was moving quite a lot. I know I'm on the large side and I've just eaten a massive burger, but still, I don't think it should move as much as it did. So in the summer, you're normally treated with an ice cream van just here. I think he parks up there. So it's quite nice, you know, to break up the walk a little bit. But now we go down here, and this is the trudge I was talking about. It's actually not that bad. We've got geese, cars, a fantastic view of Clough Head just behind that tree. See it again in a minute. It's like a giant goose. Okay, now you can see Clough Head right there, look. And it goes over to Great Dod. And we've got Bleaberry Fell here behind Waller Crag, Latrig, Little Man, Skidder, Calcide, over to Ullock Pike, and then you've got Dod just here. Wow, Great Pike and everything else over there. Honestly, it's just, I mean, it is a bit of a trudge fest down here, but you are greeted with these amazing views. However, you do need oh no, you do need to be careful down here. This is a bit. Oh. I can't believe it. Right at the end of the walk, there's literally no way around. You're probably better off actually going straight through the middle because it's probably muddier there. Let's try it. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be a Vicar of Dibley moment in a minute, you know it. All right, I think about 5 more minutes and I'll be walking into town. These guys have definitely been following me, no doubt about it. Look at this guy. Bath time. Yeah, it's been a nice walk, and I think most people would enjoy this kind of route. But I must admit, every time I look up at the fells, I think, oh, I want to be up there. So I think whatever happens, the next video is definitely going to be somewhere high. I promise that. I need it. You need it. There's the pencil museum from that Keswick video. Okay, so last time I walked down there into town centre. This time we're going this way. Okay, welcome to Crow Park, and we've literally got about 3 minutes of a walk left to do. You'll see in a minute, you'll see the theatre just round here. Ooh. Made it. Just and so. I don't know if you can see that. It's 2:08 and the ticket runs out at 2:16, so 8 minutes spare. Hey, tell you what, that was a good day. That was a very, very good walk. Honestly, I really enjoy that route. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you can do it, do it. Link is in the description, like it always is. But like I said, the next walk is absolutely 100% going to be up in the fells, because I need to get away from people and crowds and, you know, paths that have been walked on a lot. Just want to kind of get a little bit lost in the mountains if possible. So that might be hiking the Wainwright, or it might just be some other hill somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to be going to the pub because I've already had my pint. Well, half pint. I'm just going to head on home, get my feet up. So I hope you can join me out on the next video, which will be next week. I'll see you then.